I'm going to call this to order. Is that okay over there? Kaylee, roll call, please.
Chair Claren,
Here.
Vice Chair Gove, or I'm sorry, Commissioner Freeman,
Here.
Commissioner Taylor,
Here.
Vice Chair Gove and Commissioner Kavanaugh are noted absent.
How about Sammy? Could you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag, republic for nation, with liberty and justice for everyone. Okay. Public comment. So this is an opportunity for members of the public to address the commission on items which are not on the agenda tonight. If you have a public comment, please state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. When you are done, please fill out a public comment form and hand it to Kaylee. Seeing none, I'm going to close public comment. You right? You going to go?
It would be for whatever's not on the agenda
Right.
tonight. So if it's about a specific application, you would wait until that application number.
So we'll be calling public comment again for that? So Ciro, if you're going to talk about that or something separate from your application?
No, separate from my application, because I don't think you're going to hear that tonight.
We're not, but we still have to open it for public comment because it was publicly noticed.
Okay, so shall I wait to public comment till then?
Yes.
Okay. I just have a few things I want to say.
That's fine,
Okay.
and we're just trying to keep it
Okay, perfect.
relatively in line.
Yeah, let me know when I can.
What are you telling about something else?
Got anything else you want to talk about? You watching the Diamondbacks or anything? I'm going to close public comment at this time. Item number 5 on the agenda is approval of minutes. I think for 5.1, we don't have a quorum. 5.2, August 15th minutes. Are there any edits? Anybody ready to make a motion on them?
I can make a motion.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Item 5.3 would be in minutes from September 27th. Also no quorum. Also going to pass by that. So next, item number 6, public hearings. Application number 107, Pioneer Commerce Center Building K4. We're going to turn this over to staff to explain before we get to public comment.
Ooh, hot mic. So we're having the commission continue this agenda item tonight, in part because there were new revelations today about this property related to unpermitted work, which our development code talks about that we can't have the commission take action on projects for land use applications where we have an active code case, which we do now. So we will bring this back to you, and then the chair can open public comment for this, but we're not going to have the commission hear it tonight.
With that explanation, now it's open for public comment for this particular project. State your name, please.
Oh, my name is Ciro Mancuso.
That's-
I own Pioneer Commerce Center. I've been working in Truckee, developing commercial properties since 2000, about 23 years. Probably too long. Probably should step away, but have one last couple things to take care of. But yeah, I know that this was taken off of your agenda, and I want to bring some awareness to the fact that of my explanation for, because we were working on the project without a permit. And I accept the responsibility for that. Probably I had some very decision points that I came to where I made the decision to try to get working on the project. So this project has been to the Planning Commission 4 times. I'm hoping that your staff will be able to read the staff report. It was a very consent project. As a matter of fact, no excavation had to be done. It's there's a bit of a disagreement that I have relative to the facts about whether the project had been expired, and that's the only reason it's coming back to you. It's not coming back to you for any additional comments or conditions or anything that's changed, other than it was determined by staff that the permission to get a permit, which would be the entitlements from the planning department, that those had expired. I have a different opinion about that, unfortunately, and we've had this was submitted to the community development department on July 6th. We were informed again on July 10th that the entitlements had expired, and we wrote a letter, did our investigation, and looked at all the previous approvals and resolutions about it, and it was somewhat nebulous about this particular building. So we agreed to disagree, but shortly I was had a letter back from the planning commission, from the planning department on August 1st, saying that no, this has to be taken back to the planning commission, that in their opinion, the permit had expired. So 6 days later, and you know how long it takes all of the consultants to get together, but 6 days
Zero,
later.
that's your 3 minutes.
Okay, can I just finish this sentence?
Just that one sentence.
Okay. 6 days later, we put an application in with the planning department for this hearing. So just wanted you to know this so that perhaps I can get some direction for how we can resolve these issues, because we're certainly willing and wanting to get it resolved.
Thank you. So, is there any other public comment? I'm going to close public comment at this point. Where would the confusion lie? I'm confused on how somebody wouldn't know that their permit expired.
I mean, since we're not having this agendized, we probably shouldn't answer specific questions about it, but we could bring that back when we do bring the project back. And your action would be to take a motion.
At that point.
I have a question. When did we find out this was not going to be heard?
Today?
Like an hour ago? Or
A couple
5?
hours ago,
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I got a call at 3:30 just confirming I was going to show up.
I think it was after that.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I need a motion to continue to a date and time uncertain, and I believe that's dependent on the negotiations with the applicant and staff.
I'll make a motion to continue.
Second.
Chair Claren?
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
That was weird. Okay. So you guys are free to leave. That's it for now. Okay, number 7 on the agenda is application 153, request to continue Mountain Brew use permit. Staff, would you like to explain?
Sure. We need a quorum to hear this permit. The staff report, everything was written, but Chair Gove was not conflicted out last week. So we've done the motion to do date and time certain, so that way we don't have to renotice the project. And it can be heard in November, hoping that everybody is in attendance in November.
So Chair Gove and Chair Freeman, and
Commissioner Freeman.
Commissioner Freeman and Commissioner Gove, he's not chair anymore.
Oh, My apologies. Vice Chair. They're
They
both.
both have to be conflicted out, so it has to be myself, Coral, and Sammy.
Yes.
Coral's not here. So we need a motion to continue to a date and time certain, which is November 21st, 2023 at 5 p.m.
I'll make a motion to continue
Thank
to
you,
November.
Sammy.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, staff reports. Any?
Yes, I'll just kind of briefly go over November and December are essentially full at this point with commission agenda items. We've got a total of 11 projects potentially coming before you over the next couple of months. So we'll be working in the next couple weeks to kind of finalize those. I doubt that you'll be able to get through all of those in 2 meetings. So we'll keep you updated next month on, well, obviously we'll know soon what's happening in November. And then at that meeting, we'll also hopefully have greater details on what December is looking like.
So would you add an extra meeting if the need arises?
I think we've just had a lot of scheduling challenges with the commission in particular outside of our regular meetings. And we're going into the holidays, which then gets even more complicated,
what I was
both
gonna
for
bring
the
up.
commission and for the staff, and also the applicants too. So we traditionally have not done special meetings, especially during the holidays. And then we've had actually a commission discussion about whether or not you even want to consider those, and they work for the staff's ability to accommodate them. So unfortunately, that's going to be very challenging at this point.
Okay.
What I will say is that we're trying to be more efficient with sort of our role in managing the agendas to making sure that, our applicants understand the timeframes. We do have some ability to do time management during the meeting too, so that if it's something smaller, we're putting that as a minor item on the agenda versus having it be, full staff report. So that way we can have a shorter memo instead of a full staff report. Just kind of all those things that we're going through to try and make those meetings more efficient.
So 11 projects and 2 meetings.
Potentially. I mean, we're still working through some of the final issues on those, but there's quite a few in the queue at this point.
And some of that is because we've had these continuations, and some of it's because we have had a lack of quorum for the commission. And so we're getting a bit of a backlog between these projects, such as Mountain Brew, that are getting pushed to future agendas that we had originally slated for other projects. So we're having to adjust.
Okay. Is that it for staff reports? Information items? Jenna?
I don't have any information items.
Commission member reports. I'm seeing nothing. Well, then we're adjourned. Do I need a motion for that?
No, you can just adjourn. It's helpful if you do to the next meeting date.
So then I'm going to adjourn to the next meeting date, November 21st, 2023, here at Town Hall at 5 p.m.